Hey guys, LevelMDiecast, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of info, a little bit of showcase, a little bit of this, a little bit of that in this video. For those of you who watch the socials, mainly just Instagram, you may have noticed that Majorette is starting to pop up at Marshall's stores. I'm fairly confident that they will also start showing up at TJ Maxx as well. They are the same entity. What you're looking at right now is one model that is at TJ Maxx. Marshalls. I apologize. I picked this model up today from Marshalls. It was literally the only one on the peg. I've been watching the stores like a hawk ever since I've seen them pop up on the socials a few days ago. And I don't know. So here's the interesting thing about TJ Maxx, Marshalls, those stores, Home Goods. They get a budget weekly, and they can go out and buy whatever they want. That's the way that the purchasing works there. And they don't always have to buy the same things or whatever. They could buy whatever they want, whatever they think is going to sell. So they're given some good freedoms to do that. Now, one of the other things about that is that also means that they're not always going to have a repeated item on a consistent basis. So as much as I hate to admit it, the likelihood of this being a staple item at Marshall's, not likely. I don't think it's likely. However, I will tell you, because I already cracked this guy open, okay? So there's your Deets. They retail at $2.99, which is perfect. Okay. Tore it open, obviously. Now, these are imported by Jada, just like the rest of the Majorette that are actually sold here on a legit basis. So I know if you guys have ever followed with Majorette and stuff a few years ago, before they popped up at Toys R Us, they showed up at Marshall's and TJ Maxx stores at that time. However, those were imported. And frankly, I believe that was a marketing move by Majorette just to see the reaction of U.S. collectors, if anybody would be interested. And we were, obviously, and then they showed up at Toys R Us. Okay, so this sticker is also added to the top because all of Majorette has a bunch of little pieces. They always have, always do, always will, because Majorette is just that flippin' cool. So freaking cool. So, fortunately for me, I did not have this Land Rover. And as mentioned in my previous videos, a few of my previous videos, I trade with a guy in Australia, so I get a lot of these models coming to me, and I get pretty fortunate. Now, it's not perfect. I am at the mercy of, the stores that he goes to and the stores that they stock or not. But I've been pretty lucky so far. But I wanted to just show a couple things for you guys. I think some stuff that you guys might be interested in. I really want to try to get more people involved in Majorette. I really want to be more of a positive role. I don't have enough of it on my channel. I want more on my channel, but it's very, very difficult. I only can really get it in bulk, like twice, 3 times a year when I trade with this guy in Australia, and so it's rough. So this is the Mercedes-Benz 650 Launette, I think is what it's called. It's basically the convertible G-Wagon. This is a model I really wish that they would bring here. I really think that there's only 5 or 6 models at Marshall stores because that's all I've seen show up on Evil Bay. So I'm not sure, but we'll see. But I just want to show this stuff to you. I think you guys really would dig this stuff. There's a lot of people out there that like G-Wagon. There's a lot of people out there like SUVs. I get that the wheels are probably not the greatest thing ever, but you guys, there's suspension, and then Majorette is always trying to incorporate moving parts if they can. They're very, very good. They're very good detail. I really want you guys to be hyped for Majorette. I really want to bring more collectors to this brand. I want this brand to thrive here. I want this to be just as much of a staple as Matchbox or Hot Wheels. And the goal of my channel at some point in time is to get big enough that I can do unboxings for the Majorette team, and bring you guys that content, bring you that cool stuff. Now this is from their streetcar range, which is basically the low range. It's typically no moving parts, but not always. But I mean, this still looks really, really good. I know a lot of people complain about the wheels. That's always been a complaint. Even M&J Toys, which is a distributor, complained about the wheels, which is the dumbest crap I've ever heard. Have to rant about that because that's just stupid. That they don't want to import Majorette because they don't like the wheels. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Here's one model that I really think you guys will like. Is this Celica. A lot of JDM guys out there. This is a fantastic casting. It's a really good casting. Now, there's only one problem with this casting. Only one problem. It's a bit on the big side. It's a little bit on the big side. It's still 1/64-ish. It's still the 3-inch range, however you want to dictate it. But, man, it's big. It's big. I mean, I'll just show you. I mean, look how big it looks next to that G-Wagon. You know, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because it's such a good casting. Such a good casting. It does have opening doors, which is pretty nice. Like I said, Majorette does try to put some opening stuff in there, which is always a good thing. One other thing that Majorette is a staple for, headlights are almost always a separate piece. Not all the time, but almost 100% of the time. So they always get all that good detail in there, and they don't worry about making multiple tampo passes either. These wheels are fantastic. This is a new wheel for them. Such a really, really good wheel. Fits this car perfectly. Check it out. I mean, you guys have to admit, this is a pretty good casting. Like I said, it is a bit on the big side, which is unfortunate. But that's okay. Claims it's 1/56th scale. So, as you guys know, those crazy Fast and Furious cars that came out a little while ago, you know, those were kind of a big scale too. It's not quite that big, but it's definitely on that level. Another car I think you guys might like is this Honda Civic Type R. Now, obviously, we finally got the Type R in the U.S., which is all fine and dandy. But me personally, not a Honda guy, not a Honda fan, kind of anti-Honda. But as a toy car, like I said, I love them. I love them. This is the Zamek series. I do have the whole set. There are 6 cars in this set. Obviously, they have suspension, and then, of course, your separate headlights. Just gets all that good detail in there. Just a really good casting, and then, of course, opening hatch, which is really nice. Still has that ugly triple exhaust on there. I don't know what you're doing, Honda. I don't know what you're doing, Honda. There's the deets on the underside. It's pretty good casting, though. Like I said, bumping in the suspension. We're going to go totally not JDM. Because I want to show kind of a little bit for everybody. There's a lot of Mustang guys out there. And fortunately, I don't have an audience in the studio, so I don't have to worry about this Mustang taking anybody out. So don't worry. Disclaimer, we're all safe. We're all safe. All right, guys, in all seriousness, though, this particular Mustang is available here in the U.S. It is not available at retail, though. You can order it online. There's a lot of people that carry it. This came in the deluxe line. This does have rubber tires. It has 2 moving features and suspension, full tampo print. There are 6 cars in this set. It's called the Deluxe Series. There's also a Vintage Deluxe. There's also WRC. Now, you will find some of these cars at Target. But, like, if you guys follow my socials, if you follow my Instagram, for some reason, Majorette decided to give them a little bit of a sample pack. So there's a few of all kinds of different lines. So if you're trying to bring in a new collector, they cannot collect or they cannot complete any of those lines. So they walk into the store and they will never, ever finish one of those lines. Not a good move. Not a good move. I mean, Majorette has so many strikes against them trying to get into the U.S. It's just so frustrating. So frustrating. And I don't think that this Marshall's move is a good one either. So here's your deets. Very good wheels. Very good wheels. Obviously, this one sits a lot lower, so you don't see the suspension as much, but you can see the metal spring that's in there. There's the deets on the bottom. Like I said, it's got moving features. There's a door. Also on this one, super cool. The trunk opens. How cool is that? This is like a matte red. Very, very nice. Separate headlight pieces. Just, man. Dude, you guys have to admit, man. This is better quality than Hot Wheels does with their premium stuff. Way better quality. Way better quality. Insane. Insane. These are only $4. These are cheaper than Hot Wheels. And they have suspension on top of that. Come on. Come on. All right, we're going to go back to a little bit of JDM real quick. Just, because what is this without a GTR? Because Majorette makes a bunch of them. And I'm not complaining. They do have a GT3 Nismo a GTR race car. And unfortunately, I don't have that one yet. I would love to get that one. There's several versions of it already. I think there's like 6 versions. Hopefully that makes its way to the States eventually before the world ends. Majorette, come on. Come on. This is from the newest Metallic series. This is the only one I have in the set. The guy I trade with happened to came across this. Definitely want the whole set, but this is the one that I got at the time. Hopefully over time will show up. Again, separate headlight pieces. It's good craziness detail. Door open. Nice thick door too. Not a little junk. And then there's the deets. In case anybody wants the deets, I gotta throw the deets. All right. We're going to do some old school because I want to make sure you guys know. So there you go. They do make plenty of old school stuff and plenty of Volkswagens for sure. And just in case you guys are curious, yes, that's Majorette. Yes, those are Majorette over there, and that's Majorette back there. Just because. That is their old deluxe series. They're super detailed, rubber, all that good stuff, yada, yada, yada. Very, very nice piece. So this one's a little bit of a kind of a modern-ish take on it just because the color and the wheels, but this is cool, man. It's almost kind of like a retro mod. Resto mod, there we go. Separate headlight pieces. I mean, it's just good stuff. All the tampo print you'd expect. There is the stuff on the bottom. Like I said, it does have suspension. They do. There's not a whole lot of play in there, so you kind of don't notice it. And then, of course, it does have a moving feature. Now, obviously, there's no stuff in there, but that's the trunk anyway, so what does it really matter? It's just cool that there's a moving part. Sweet! We're going to go to another one of their street cars, because this is kind of relevant, I believe. So this is the Hyundai i30N, I believe. Inline in spec. That's Hyundai's new division of racing or tuning or whatever. You can compare it to Ford Racing or SRT or AMG or STI or Rally Art. They're all the same. They're all the same. We're Audi's S division. I like these cars. They look cool. I love the colors. This color is not exactly the in color, but it's close enough. It's close enough. I like it. This is from the Street Cars series. So no moving features or anything, but it still has all the good tempo. Still has suspension and everything. Still has the separate headlight pieces. Man, it's just really, really good, man. It's really good. You guys have to admit, this is their cheap stuff. This is their cheap line. Okay, look how good this looks, and this is the cheap line. Craziness, right? There you go. On the bottom, Hyundai i30N. We don't have the i30. I think this might be called the Elantra here. Don't quote me on that. Not too good on my Korean cars. But yeah, the color's pretty cool. It's kind of a off blue-ish. Definitely supposed to be in related, but it's cool. And then we're gonna end on a cool note because, of course, I'm Mopar and SRT and Dodge for life and Mopar for life and Hemi Power and yada yada yada. Right, fanboys. You got to hear the fanboys. This is the SRT Demon. So flipping sweet. With your flipping sweet demon head on the side. Oh man, so good, so good. This one comes with the matte black top through and through. It's a big, huge hood scoop. Looks really, really good. Got its over fenders. The over fenders don't look too crazy because it doesn't have big fat tires on it. It's not Hot Wheelsified. Good tampo print. Very, very good model. And then, of course, it's got opening doors. Old school style. Correct left-hand drive. You'll notice mine comes supposedly pre-tire shredded up. Got a little bit of tampo print on there. But, you know, he's just doing burnouts. That's okay. That's okay. Separate headlight pieces, because, of course. And it sits in the display like this, so I don't have to worry about that tire tread showing. So we're gonna throw American muscle versus some Japanese muscle versus some crowd killing muscle, and I was gonna try to see if I had one that would stack in the middle, but we don't have one to stack in the middle, so we're gonna roll out with that. So support Majorette. If you guys want some models, I believe there's AMG GT. There is the silver Land Rover. There's a purple Challenger. And there's like 2 other models. I haven't seen any other ones, so I'm assuming there's only 5 at Marshall's. But anyways, I want to get some more Majorette on here. Please support Majorette. Let's help these guys out. We don't need to survive on Hot Wheels and Matchbox forever. All right, guys? Enjoy your Friday, because it's Friday. It's TGIF. I'm going to roll out, and I will catch you guys on the next video. LevelMDiecast and peace.